If there was ever a man who looked like the perfect knight, it was Prince Aemon Targaryen, the Dragon Knight, the finest swordsman of his age, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, the man some called the noblest knight who ever lived. But that is not why Westeros remembered him. They remembered him because of one question. Did Aemon the Dragonknight secretly father King Daeron II? Did the greatest knight in Targaryen history betray his vows, his king, and his own blood? For the woman he loved most, his own sister, Queen Naerys Targaryen? Because if that rumor was true, it changed everything. It helped fuel the Blackfyre rebellions. It nearly tore House Targaryen apart. And George R.R. Martin never tells us the answer. Maybe Aemon loved her. Maybe he only protected her. In Westeros, those are not always the same thing. Naerys never wanted to be queen. She wanted to be a scepter. She was gentle, pious, and frail. Everything her older brother Aegon despised, and everything Aemon understood. She spent her life trapped between the brother she loved and the husband she feared. Of her two brothers, Naerys loved Aemon most. He made her laugh. He shared her devotion to the faith. He was kind where Aegon was cruel, disciplined where Aegon was ruled by appetite. From the beginning, the contrast between the brothers was obvious. A dragon egg was placed in baby Aemon's cradle, as was Targaryen custom, and according to the histories, young Aegon was found hitting him with it. That tells you everything. Aegon was handsome, brilliant, charming. He also had one fatal flaw. He could not rule himself. His lust, his vanity, and eventually his cruelty ruled him instead. And in 153 AC, their father made the decision that doomed all three of them. He married Naerys to Aegon, not Aemon, Aegon. The singers later embroidered the story, saying both Aemon and Naerys wept at the wedding. The truth was worse. Naerys wept during the bedding, and Aemon quarreled with Aegon at the wedding feast. Soon after, Aemon took the White Cloak and joined the Kingsguard. No wife, no lands, no children. Some called it honor. Others called it heartbreak. Maybe it was both. Because if he could not have Naerys, he could still protect her. And he would spend the rest of his life doing exactly that. He became a legend long before the rumors began. He fought in Dawn, threw himself in front of a poisoned arrow meant for the king, survived, and returned to battle anyway. He was captured, locked naked in a cage above a pit of vipers, and later carried King Baelor the Blessed to safety on his back after Baelor came to free him. That alone would have made him immortal. But the battle that defined him would not be fought in Dawn. It would be fought in King's Landing, because then Aegon became king. History remembers him by a better name, Aegon the Unworthy, cruel, corrupt, vindictive, a man ruled entirely by appetite. He flaunted mistresses at court, humiliated his queen, and hated one man above all others, Aemon, because Aemon was everything he was not, honorable, respected, loved. The small folk adored the Dragon Knight. The singers turned him into legend, and every song was another insult to the king. No one suffered more than Naerys. After giving Aegon a son, she nearly died. She begged him for mercy. "Let us live henceforth as brother and sister." Aegon answered, "That is what we are doing," and forced her to continue. That one line tells you everything about Aegon IV, and everything about why the rumors began. Was Prince Daeron truly Aegon's son, or was he Aemon's? It was the perfect scandal. Aemon and Naerys had always been close. Daeron was dutiful, disciplined, honorable, far more like Aemon than Aegon. And politically, Daeron often opposed his father, especially over Aegon's obsession with another foolish war against Dawn. According to Grand Maester Kaith, Aegon himself secretly encouraged the rumors, because if Daeron could be declared illegitimate, he could be set aside, and another son, Daemon Blackfyre, could rise instead. So Aegon used a weapon sharper than any sword, rumor, and one knight became his instrument, Sir Morgil Hastwyck. Morgil publicly accused Queen Naerys of adultery and treason. Not whispers, not gossip, a public accusation before the realm. Meaning everyone was now asking the same question. Had the Queen betrayed the king with her own brother? And was the future king of Westeros a bastard? Everything was on the line. Naerys' honor, Daeron's inheritance, the future of House Targaryen. If Aemon lost, Naerys might not leave that court alive. And Aegon would finally have the excuse he wanted. So Aemon answered the only way a knight like him could. Trial by combat. As Cersei Lannister would later say, why, every child in Westeros knows how Prince Aemon the Dragonknight championed his sister Queen Naerys against Sir Morgil's accusations. Because every child did know. The whole realm watched. Aemon faced Morgil and killed him. In that moment, he defended Naerys, protected Daeron's future, and made himself even more legendary. The singers loved it, Aegon hated it, and then Aemon humiliated him again. At one great tourney, Aegon wanted to crown one of his mistresses as Queen of Love and Beauty, a public insult to Naerys. So Aemon entered in secret as a mystery knight, the Knight of Tears. He won the tourney, then he rode before the royal box. Aegon watching, his mistress waiting, the entire court holding its breath. And instead of crowning the king's chosen beauty, Aemon placed the crown in Naerys' lap, his sister, his queen. Aegon sat there forced to watch, while the entire court understood exactly what Aemon had done. Maybe it was the boldest thing he ever did. Maybe it was the clearest proof of what he truly felt. Or maybe it was simply the last honest act in a dishonest court. But legends do not save men. In 178 AC, Aegon discovered one of his Kingsguard knights, Sir Terence Toyne, in bed with his mistress, Bethany Bracken. Unlike Aemon and Naerys, this one was real. Terence was executed piece by piece. Bethany was forced to watch before she died herself. Terence's brothers wanted revenge, so they tried to kill the king. And Aemon faced the cruelest choice of his life, because the man they were trying to kill was the brother who had tormented Naerys, poisoned Daeron's name, and spent years trying to destroy him. Aemon could have let it happen. Many probably think he should have. He did not. He spent his life defending Naerys from Aegon, and died defending Aegon from everyone else, because Kingsguard meant Kingsguard, because vows were vows, because Aemon the Dragonknight really was the man the songs claimed he was. He died protecting Aegon IV. The greatest knight in Targaryen history died saving one of the worst kings in Targaryen history. He could save kings. He could not save the woman he loved. A year later, Naerys also died. Aegon honored neither of them. Instead, he grew bolder. He openly questioned Daeron's legitimacy. He gave Blackfyre the Sword of Kings, not to Daeron, but to his bastard son, Daemon. Aemon died. The rumor survived, and the realm bled for it. Because if Daeron was not truly Aegon's son, why should he inherit the Iron Throne? Aemon never rebelled, never claimed anything, never broke his vows. But the whisper of what he may have done helped shape one of the bloodiest succession crises in Targaryen history. And the question no one could ever truly answer: did Aemon the Dragonknight father Daeron the Good? George R.R. Martin never tells us. Maybe because the truth matters less than the belief. Because in Westeros, rumors can shape kingdoms just as surely as dragons can, and few men prove that better